Hello, this is Cadet Yuwei and this is how to clean a Seachest strainer. Before beginning this process, we need to make sure that we have the proper PPE as well as the tools necessary. We also need to make sure that the strainer is isolated and that the standby strainer is put online. Once the safety procedures are all checked off, then chain falls can be rigged and the motor operated valves can be covered to ensure they don't get damaged. Afterwards, the valves can be physically closed and secured. Before this happens though, we need to make sure that the standby strainer is online. To fully make sure if the Seachest strainer is secure from the system, we can use the Seachest strainer vent located on top to see if the valves are holding up. If water continues to gush out from the Seachest strainer vent, that means the valves are not holding up. The Seachest strainer can also be drained out from the bottom, as shown by one of our personnel. Just like the Seachest strainer vent, if water continues to rush out from the bottom after a considerable amount of time, it tells us that the valves are leaking. By making sure that the Seachest strainer is fully secured and drained, we help to make sure that water does not spray into the personnel while working or lifting up the cover. After we have confirmed that the Seachest strainer is completely secured and drained to a safe level, we can then start loosening the bolts as seen here on the cover. After we have all the bolts loosened, we can then lift up the Seachest strainer cover, and we can do that safely by using a chain fall as seen here. After the cover has been lifted and secured, another chain fall should be used to lift out the existing Seachest strainer. And something that I just wanted to bring up in this video is that this Seachest strainer that you see here was quite heavy, and we needed about 3 personnel, as shown here, to safely put it on the ground and locate it to a safe area. After the Seachest strainer was placed on the deck, the second cargo engineer, as shown here, took off the chain fall from the strainer. I also want to bring up that we had a clean Seachest strainer on standby. The camera will turn and it's there. So we basically replaced the dirty Seachest strainer with a clean Seachest strainer. Well, we were going to clean the dirty Seachest strainer on the side later. The steps to put the Seachest strainer back in its casing were not different compared to the steps of taking it out. It's essentially the steps to take the sea strainer out, just in reverse. But before the Seachest strainer cover could be closed, one of the unlicensed junior engineers, as shown here, was applying Molykote, which is a type of substance that helps to create a better seal and make sure that water doesn't leak out from the small gap between the cover and the actual rim of the casing. Now, during this process of cleaning out the Seachest strainer, it was rather long, and I had to use the scraper to physically scrape out the rather large debris that was stuck on the sides of the strainer, as shown here. In order to clean the Seachest strainer better, I had to climb inside of the strainer itself, and it's important to note that you need to be wearing proper PPE, as some of this stuff could cause diseases if it happens to get within underneath your skin. In this part, I was wearing a face shield, gloves, and making sure that my boiler suit had all the sleeves rolled down. And you can see during this part of the video, all that debris was being scooped out after I scraped it and fell to the bottom of the Seachest strainer. After most of the large debris was scraped off, I used a high pressurized water hose to sort of wash out the parts that were stuck on the sides, as seen here, where I was told by one of the wipers to actually go from up and then down. It was just a better way of cleaning the Seachest strainer. Something that I also want to bring up in this video is that I found it helpful to use a flashlight to kind of see if I was actually cleaning the strainer well. If I could see the light on the other side, it meant that that side of the Seachest strainer, or that part of the Seachest strainer, was clean essentially, because the light was protruding. It's also important that you use the water hose to your advantage and use it to wash out both the exterior and the interior, as it can help to make it more clean. As I was washing the strainer, most of the debris fell to the bottom of the strainer, and one of the wipers came by and brought a vacuum, and we used that vacuum to sort of just suck out all that debris that was at the bottom of that strainer. After the strainer was clean enough, we kind of just put it on the side where it wouldn't be an obstruction, and we also cleaned up our areas so personnel wouldn't have to risk tripping or anything. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for watching.